Well, it started out in the trunk. First I vacuumed a bunch of crap because obviously I'd left it outside under without being covered for a while at some point, and it was pretty shitty. A little bit of rust on the deck lid, but this was a Wisconsin car originally. So in the grand scheme of things, she's pretty damn clean for a, well, it's an 1980. Good Lord. You do the math. Yeah, here's the box. Let's see if I get my damn shadow out of there. That's one of the installations I didn't put enough thought into. I want to get as much weight to the far to the right as possible because that's what you do. But it helps to be able to put the battery in and out if you don't tuck it so far under the damn fender. But I got it out. It was a good battery in its day. It's not a very good battery now. I don't know if you can see the bulge in the side, but she's had better days. And judging by that, I don't think I'm eligible to warranty it. So, it's my fuel cell, 5-gallon, because it doesn't need a hell of a lot. I opened it. It smells not tragically terrible, so I think I had pretty much run it out of gas the last time I parked it. So that, I might get lucky. I mean, and conveniently I spent a little bit of money on it when I put it together and used all the AN fittings, so it should break apart fairly easily, which is what I'm hoping. So now, first thing I think I'm going to do is try to put a battery in it and see if this switch needs to be redone, and see if it'll turn over randomly. I suppose I should check the oil. Alright, back up front. Let's see. Just for shits and giggles. Ooh, look at that. Full, clean, and no water. And I know I was using full synthetic AMSOIL in this thing at the time. Why is that? That's nice. But I'm not terribly worried about the oil. I know it's got, that oil's still going to be pretty good because I don't see any water in it, which is a plus. Alright. Well, that's either good or bad. Either everything in there is completely varnished shut, and I'm going to have to clean this entire carburetor out, or I was lucky and ran out of gas. The squirters don't feel too bad. The rear doesn't feel great, but I got full rebuilds for that stuff if I need it. It's returning. Well, it feels good. So, I may get lucky on this one. We will see. Well, I was able to get the negative leads out of there, but since I didn't use my head, And apparently installed this end after the wire was put in. And I don't really want to cut this box up. Looks like I'm going to have to unwire this whole switch anyway. So that's what we're going to do now. I don't remember whether I had a tail light in this side or not. I didn't. I had it on the other side, so that's good. So here's what I got. Hopefully that piece of the back side of that switch will play nice and go through all of these holes. We shall see. Well, screw it. I'm going to take this rod out. Or attempt to. First thing. Let's see. Did I guess correctly? Damn it. I almost grabbed the 11. Looking at this thing the way I mounted it, it's clean, it's out of the way, but if I ever got rear-ended, it would have drove the positive post right into the back of the frame. So nobody ever noticed that, I guess. I certainly didn't care. Still don't, because I ain't moving it. Making a notch in that tail light was a pain in the ass. Hey. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. I can do this without blowing myself up. It isn't grounded yet, so hopefully there won't be any sparks yet. All right. Woo. Yeah, leave tools in the sun. That's good. Jeez. Alright. Let's see. blew up. I always have trouble remembering what the hell I had to do here. Alright, well, the electric fan working and nothing else, which seemed to indicate that I've got the same corrosion issue again with that connector. So, flaming river switch is coming out. Why this had to be attached with a roll pin, I don't know. There it is. Big chunk of skin. All right. Always keep razor blades nearby, kids, so you can cut the skin you knock off your thumbs when you're doing silly things without the right punch. That is probably corroded to the point where I am not going to get it off. I wonder. I might have an outside shot taking the only thing I'm hoping for right now is that there aren't any serious black widows or other nasties hanging around. Because that would suck. Okay, now we got that sorted. bleeding all over the place anymore. A couple of Band-Aids and the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape. Now, I really do need to get this thing off, so I'm going to pull it, but I have a feeling, damn it, there it is, that this switch is going to be junk, because it is pretty damn corroded, but it needs to come off anyway, so. Figures I would do a good job at attaching this thing. 'Cause this hasn't moved in 22 years. Man, that was all about the elastic stop nuts, apparently. That's one. You guys don't need to see the rest of this shit, so I'm going to save some battery. Well, finally got it off. Wasn't too tragic. Conveniently, I had actually used elastic stop nuts, and they had not rusted, so they came off pretty well. But we'll take a walk into this train wreck and show you what I found when I got it apart. That's the mechanism. It's actually pretty simple and generally sealed, but this thing here turns and locks in, across the main terminals to give you voltage. However, those are the main terminals, and I'll tell you what, I don't know how the hell ammonia got in there or whatever, but that is certainly what that smells like. So I can probably clean it up again, but in the grand scheme of things, I bought it in 1995, so it's served its life. So now what I'm going to try to do is find a bolt and tie those positive cables together to see if I can get some voltage up front and see what we can do. Alright, kiddies, here's another lesson here. Don't ever throw anything away. The original hood tie down from that Firebird from when I bought it. Both of them. I don't quite remember what the hell that was from. I'm sure it was important. Because you will always... Oh, look at that. You will always need extra crap for something. Just, you're going to. So don't throw it out. Get a drawer like this. Okay. Now, one thing I didn't check when I grabbed this is whether it was actually going to fit through the holes in these fuckers. But, see if I'm living right. Ooh. Okay, well, I knew there was a reason I hit my thumb. You got, it's a trade-off. Sometimes you got to do things to get things. And there you go. Okay, so we got the positive cable screwed back together. Got my ground back on. Just as a test, see if the old tail light works. That was the only thing I had coming off of that battery, but it was on the open side of the switch. So, well, that should, just as a dumb test, let's see. See what this is going to look like here. It'll probably fall over. What are the odds this works? Okay. All right. Well, she turns over. So I guess the chore now is going to be fiddling with these fittings to see if we can get some fuel up here, which ought to be entertaining. But I got a battery in it, so that's what I know at this point. So now we're going to disconnect some fuel fittings, see what we can do. Just a little comedy before we start filling this thing. I don't know what the hell is in that fuel cell, but it's got foam in it. O-ring lube. The O-ring lube has degraded and turned into crap, so that's coming out. Yes, I just used a vacuum in a gas tank. I didn't blow up. Thank you, Mythbusters. I'm actually semi-optimistic at this point. The last time I did this, all I had to do was fix that switch and get gas up to the carburetor, and she fired. Of course, that was 7 years ago. The gas probably wasn't quite as shitty as this is. This stuff's brand new, but we'll see what's left. I think I'm going to disconnect the hose off the fuel pump and just turn it over until I get some up to the carb that way, because I don't remember too much beyond that. But it was pretty good. It ran good. That ought to be enough.